Well, you referenced the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is 1 through 10.
Okay, can you engage with the prompt? Like I say a buzzword and you just like it's like I'm jingling.
I'm
It's like I'm jingling keys. Like can you engage?
I'm engaging with the prompt of which you wanted
What is the
a
prompt?
debate on.
What
Remember,
is
you
the
said about
prompt?
you said Trump is corrupt, and your basis for believing that, which you just had a discussion with the last person about, is that nobody's read the Jack Smith indictment. Nobody understands.
Nope, that's not even close. Nope.
You
Millie,
said
like lock in with me.
many.
Millie, what's up? What's up?
How are you?
Having some sloppy debates.
Okay. Well, you said you wanted to debate somebody who understood the Jack Smith indictment and the false electors situation, yes? Okay. So I've assumed by now you've read the Eastman memo, yes? You've read the Eastman memo? Okay. So what is the first two sentences of the Eastman memo?
Which one?
There's only one.
There's two.
No. The initial layout of the election of 2020 by John Eastman.
There's two versions. There's like two memos. Like there's the initial one and the second one. But like, what's the relevance to the argument?
The initial one.
What's the relevance to the argument? Trump is corrupt, by the way.
Yeah. So do you think that the 12th Amendment is unconstitutional?
I mean, John Eastman didn't think so.
I'm sorry?
John Eastman himself didn't think so.
Well, because the 12th Amendment is the actual Constitution itself. So we have a layout constitutionally of how
I think the 12th Amendment was after the Bill of Rights, but okay.
Well, it's an amendment to the Constitution. The Bill of Rights is...
Oh my God, the 12th Amendment is an amendment. Wow.
Well, you referenced the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is 1 through 10.
Okay, can you engage with the prompt? Like I say a buzzword and you just like it's like I'm jingling. It's like I'm jingling keys. Like can you engage?
I'm engaging with the prompt of which you wanted a debate on. Remember, you said about you said Trump is corrupt, and your basis for believing that, which you just had a discussion with the last person about, is that nobody's read the Jack Smith indictment. Nobody understands.
Nope, that's not even close. Nope.
You
Millie,
said,
lock in with me. You didn't listen to the last conversation. Actually, explain to you. My problem is that people didn't know about it. No, we were talking about the education of the average voter. That's why I brought up Jack Smith. It has nothing to do with Trump being corrupt. I say he's corrupt because he weaponizes the DOJ.
Okay. So where were you under the Biden administration when that began?
So is it an immediate concession? You have to go, what about Biden? Because Trump does weaponize the DOJ.
I don't think it's corrupt. So
you don't think it's corrupt? What's your definition of corruption?
Yeah, so instead of jumping to the next talking point, can we address the first question?
No, we're on the same topic. Trump weaponized the DOJ, so Trump is corrupt. Do you agree, yes or no?
Trump has not weaponized the DOJ.
Okay, so let's talk about the first example, the James Comey indictment. Have you read anything about it?
Yeah, so he was actually referred for prosecution by Horowitz from the Horowitz report all the way back in 2019. Have you read the OIG report?
Nope.
Okay, well that tracks.
So you what does it have to do with Trump publicly telling Pam Bondi go after Adam Schiff, James Comey, and Letitia James?
Yeah, so we're talking about James Comey. If you want to pivot to all the others, I can discuss that.
No, the James Comey indictment, the indictment that Trump ordered.
Yeah, so you read it, right?
Yep, it's 5 sentences long. It's 5 sentences long. What a joke of an indictment, and they failed on count 2.
Okay, so again, he lied to Congress, and what did he lie about?
Yeah, his statement was, I stand by my testimony that I gave in 2017. That's the lie alleged by Congress that he didn't stand.
And it was a lie.
He didn't stand by what he said.
He lied when he said that he did not contact the New York Times and leak information about an active FBI investigation.
No, that's not what happened. Do you want me to explain?
Well, I know you didn't read this indictment.
No, by the way, he did. That's not what he said. He was asked in 2017. In 2017, he was asked by Congress, did you let anyone in the FBI testify anonymously to the press? No. James Comey never did so, and they went for the theory of Dan Richman. They went for the theory that Dan Richman was allowed by James Comey.
If I show you the email where he did it, are you going to admit you're wrong?
I've read that email. It doesn't say what you think it is.
Oh, okay. So we're just making shit up now because you live in a
let's go step by step. There's 3 components that are really important to this.
The OIG says you're wrong.
That's great, but I read the actual quote. That's not how it works. I can explain to you how it actually works.
The inspector general is lying.
Oh my gosh, she yaps so much. Like, yap, like, lock in. So, as I was saying, in what I've read the filing by Lindsay Allegan and the DOJ, what they were claiming is that he allowed Dan Richmond to anonymously, as an FBI agent, testify to the press. Dan Richmond never sought an approval by James Comey. He testified to the press openly. So he didn't do it anonymously, and he wasn't allowed by James Comey. That's why he told James Comey afterwards. And he wasn't even an FBI agent by then. That's why you can look at the FBI emails about saying that we should re-employ Dan Richmond as an FBI agent, because back then he wasn't even part of the FBI. I've read the filings. If
you're part of the FBI or not. It does not matter if you're
that's
employed
important. That's the lie.
Or not. Can I actually finish, or are you going to steamroll so that you don't
even know what the lie is alleged in the indictment? You don't even know what the indictment is.
Sir, he was referred for prosecution by the OIG, the Inspector General Horowitz, that investigated the entire thing and referred him to the committee for prosecution. Is that true, yes or no?
Prosecution for what?
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, you didn't
just
read
ask you a question,
about
prosecution for what? Because it's definitely not perjury related to this one quote. You don't even know what the quote was, by the way.
You don't even know the Horowitz report, so you're way off basis.
We're talking about the James Comey indictment. I'm talking about that one quote. He's getting sued for one quote. His quote is, "I stand by my testimony that I gave in 2017. The government will need to prove in court."
It was proven to be a lie.
Is the lie him saying, "I stand by my testimony"? That he didn't actually stand by this testimony.
His testimony was a lie.
In which testimony? The 2017 one or the 2021? The 2021 or the 2017 one? Can you explain to me what
an OIG does?
Millie, which testimony? The 2017 one or the 2021?
The testimony that he gave back in 2019 under oath.
It's past the statute of limitation. Millie, it's past the statute of limitation. It's 5 years. They went by the testimony in 2020, the question by Ted Cruz. You don't even know what he's getting sued for. You don't even know what the lie is alleged. You didn't even read the indictment. Oh my God.
You're wrong about the law. For Congress, you can actually extend statute of limitations to 8 years. So you're also wrong about that too. You should probably go look up the law.
It wasn't extended.
You should probably go look up the law.
It wasn't extended. You're making up arguments that Lindsay Allegan didn't even make in court.
Okay, was he referred by the OIG?
Jesus Christ.
Was he referred by the OIG? Yes or no? You keep dodging this. Yes or no?
It's not relevant. It's not relevant to my argument.
It is relevant. Are you fucking kidding me? An OIG did an investigation into James Comey and what he leaked to the press, and he found that yes, indeed, he did leak it to the press.
What did he leak to the press exactly?
Information about an FBI active investigation, which is illegal.
How did he leak it to the press? Give me the process.
Do that? He emailed the New York Times.
No. Yeah, he's allowed to. It's not criminal. It's not criminal for the FBI director to speak to the press. Okay, which criminal statute?
Then why did the OIG refer him to prosecution?
Lindsay Allegan didn't go after him for this. Have you even read the indictment? That's not even alleged in the indictment. You're making up new criminal charges and talking about the 2025 indictment and talking about 2025. No, I'm not talking about 2025.
Why don't you listen, not listen to respond?
What was James Comey charged for? What was James Comey charged for? The Inspector General
lying to Congress. We've already established this. You already agreed to this.
Yes, again, give me the word for word citation. What is the citation word for word? What is the citation word for word? It's how is it moving the goalpost? What is the lie?
You are moving the goalpost.
Millie, what's the lie word for word?
This is what you keep doing, okay? So you want to talk over the answer because you're embarrassed.
No, okay, the indictment says he lied. What was the lie? What was the lie to justify the case?
That he did not give information to the New York Times about an active FBI investigation.
No, Lindsay Allegan said he allowed Dan Richmond to testify, and then when Ted Cruz asked him about it in 2020, he said, "I stand by my testimony that I gave in 2017, and that testimony was a lie." Dan Richmond did not testify.
His testimony was a lie. The OIG determined that.
No, in 2017, he was asked, "Did you let anyone at the FBI testify anonymously?" Dan Richmond testified publicly. So when he said, no, that could not be a lie because Dan Richmond testified publicly to Fox News and CNN.
He
You
lied.
don't even know what the lie alleged is. Read your own case.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
It's literally right here. We can think of no other FBI director who has been criminally referred to for prosecution. Inspector
How does it
General
back up your claim? That's not why I asked. Millie,
there he goes.
lock in. Millie, lock the fuck in, okay?
Stop running.
We're still on the same topic. What was the lie alleged in the indictment?
On the screen.
Millie, what was the lie alleged in the indictment? What was the lie in the indictment?
Corrupt. The OIG referred him to prosecution because
my argument. Wait. What do you think my argument, Millie? What do you think my argument is?
Bro, you don't have an argument. Your argument.
Okay. So we just ignore my entire argument. We pretend that I don't have one. So, I guess you win. Like, Jesus Christ. Is this what you do? You come on someone else's live and you go, well, you don't even have an argument, so I won't argue against it. My position is the James Comey stuff was vindictive prosecution. It told Pam Bondi publicly to go after Adam Schiff, Letitia James, and James Comey, all publicly. 2 weeks later, Letitia James and James Comey got indicted, and the case then got dismissed. James Comey's lie alleged in the court filings, she didn't read the court filings, I did, is alleged that when he was asked in 2017, as the statute of limitation, did you allow anyone at the FBI to testify anonymously? James Comey responded, no, I did not. That's not a lie. That's why in court they were saying that he allowed Dan Richman to testify, which is not the case. Dan Richman testified openly, publicly, not anonymously, as the question was about, publicly, and he wasn't even an FBI agent. And he did so without the James Comey approval. James Comey never told him, go testify to the press. He talked with CNN and Fox News. So when she was talking about the emails happened after the testimony. So unless you want to say that the James Comey stuff was like a time travel machine, apparently in the emails, that cannot be a lie. They went after James Comey with the worst case I've ever seen in my life. And for what? Because he was against Trump, because he refused to close Crossfire Hurricane. I recommend everyone to read, I think, the 4 or 5 article by Anna Bauer on lawfare. She did a great breakdown. Lindsay Allegan, the prosecutor, the illegal US attorney, wrote directly to that beautiful legal journalist, and you should read that conversation. She knew she never had a case, and when journalists talked about the weakness of the case, she tried to bully them into silence because the government knows they don't have a case. Which is why Melly will never engage with the argument. She had one IG report that did not even contradict my position. My position is Trump is doing vindictive prosecution. He weaponizes the DOJ. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. He weaponizes the DOJ by telling Pam Bondi to go after specific people. The DOJ is supposed to be independent. It's not the weapon of the government to go after their political opponents. And she had no response. That's why she kept trying to pivot away from my actual argument. She tried to debate about the Eastman memo. Trump's corrupt because of the weaponization of the DOJ. I know she's very dumb, like a tier 1 debater, but oh my god.